Hey, and welcome everyone to the Starstake Wire episode 1. This is the beginning, the genesis, and you're right here for it as we go into this big launch. Maria, what have we got in store for everyone this evening?
Thank you, Tarek. So our official production broadcast is where we unveil the latest features, exciting new developments, and give an all-access inside scoop on the team and tech as we near the upcoming launch of Starstake. So whether you're a creator or a collector, a founder or a fan, consider this your exclusive ticket to NFT stardom as you hear from industry leaders, artists, and experts. And together, we'll explore these new breakthroughs in NFT utility and function as we journey aboard Starstake.
So maybe right now, if you're watching this, you might be wondering, well, what is Starstake? Allow me to tell you a little bit about what Starstake is for those who are new to our family here. Starstake is the world's first feature-rich and future-ready access NFT marketplace and advanced NFT creation suite, designed to build, manage, and grow your thriving digital economy, whether you are a creative artist or a consumer and collector. The vision of Starstake has always been to empower creators with tools and technology to allow you to build your own thriving digital economy without any of the limitations of the past. You can easily create any kind of NFT the way you want, with all of the functionality and personality that matches who you are and what you do. Showcase your world-class brand the way it deserves to be shown. Then, sell your NFTs through beautifully designed pages and tools designed to grow your revenue, utilizing referrals, rewards, and community expanding incentives. Starstake's next-gen interface delivers real-time insights and performance stats, connecting you deeper than ever before to the things you love and the people you care about. Welcome to the next evolution of community-powered commerce. Welcome to Starstake.
I'm excited about this episode, Tarek. And let's take a moment to introduce ourselves. I'm Maria Mattarelli, here with Tarek Iku Amawi, and we are part of the Starstake leadership team and your hosts for Starstake Wire. Tarek, I'm excited for all the highlights and updates that we have. Let's give them an overview of what we're going to share today.
Sure. So today we're going to give you a sneak peek into the Starstake platform and some of the incredible new features and showcase some key contributors and artists. You'll also get to hear directly from the founder, Chris Hawk, with a first-hand look at the Starstake platform unveiled right here for you. We'll be sharing how we are nearing the final phase of development and the release schedule for creators to begin building their NFTs. Also, learn about the foundation of Starstake and its financial system and technologies that run everything behind the scenes. Find out about the new Starstake coin that will be used exclusively for minting NFTs on Starstake and how you can participate early before Starstake's official release.
Oh man, this sounds like a great episode, a lot of incredible updates, and I'm excited for us to share the state of Starstake.
Yeah, me too, Maria. So the last month has seen all kinds of developments, improvements and evolution of the platform and all it can be. It has expanded in scope so much, and we're really excited to show you some of that. Are you excited? I hope you're excited. You better be excited. There's a lot of exciting stuff happening. The team has been all hands on deck as we near our launch. We'd love to share with you some of these exciting changes. As Chief Agility Officer at Starstake, Maria has been overseeing the project management, guiding the team using Agile to complete our core features. So Maria, maybe you can share a little bit about what it takes to make a high-functioning team. How do we pull all of these incredible, talented people from all over the world and have them cohesively working towards this Starstake vision?
Yeah, thanks, Tarek. So Agile project management is one of the most effective ways that you can manage any project. And after years of consulting Fortune 100 companies, I'm excited to be working with the Starstake team. And the whole concept is really about getting a minimum viable product. So focusing on fully completing functionality, developing and testing, making sure that the quality is there, the features and functionality are smooth, the user experience is great. And so we're really looking at completing features, fully functional, one at a time, though a lot of the different pieces, they're interconnected. So we're waiting until we have a base minimum viable product for all of these core features that work together in order to launch. So as a team, we're doing a weekly planning, we're reflecting on how to improve, we're looking at what are those core functionality, what does that look like to have it completed? And then we're consistently testing, regularly testing to make sure everything is working as smooth as possible for the end user experience. And so as a team, we're syncing, doing our daily scrum every day. We're in sync. We're making sure that we have buy-in from our leadership team, that we're on the same page. The design is all coming together. So it's a really collaborative approach as we work with our team, all focused on quality and getting a functioning system together.
That's amazing. I mean, as Chief Creative Officer here at Starstake, I know that I've seen the platform, what it can do, evolve so much just in the last few months. It really has become greater than the sum of its parts. And as you said, you know, minimum viable product, though the minimum viable product that you're going to get on day one is already more robust than anything out there, because you have all of these different functions and systems that work together like links in a chain. If you were to break that chain, then you don't have it all together anymore. So these individual components work synergistically together, and wait till you see how they come together to form this incredible ecosystem that you are going to enjoy creating on and exploring for yourself. So Maria, do you want to do the introduction, or shall I? Let's introduce our founder, Chris Hawk.
Yeah, Tarek, I'm so excited to hear from Chris. And, you know, let's welcome the visionary behind Starstake. Chris is a serial entrepreneur who has built his previous companies to over 230 million in revenue. And he has been in the marketing and technology space for over 19 years. He is a keynote speaker who's been featured on stages alongside industry experts like Gary Vee and James Altucher. Chris is an expert on subjects ranging from business development, product engineering, marketing, and investing and communications. He's the founder of Generation Hero and the I Am Worthy Project, where he championed mental health for entrepreneurs, and little known fact, even manufactured the world's heaviest Thor hammer built from a single piece of tungsten carbide steel, which Gary Vee himself attempted to lift on stage to show his support for mental health awareness. Over the years, Chris has envisioned a product and solution that would eventually bring creators and consumers together, tethering their interests in a way that would empower new independent creator economies all over the world. And he wanted a better way for creators to pursue their passions without the limitations of modern economics, and felt consumers were missing real connections to the things and people they care about, something social media and e-commerce simply cannot provide. Until now, the technology just wasn't available to build such a product, and that's where Starstake began. So join us in welcoming Chris Hawk as he gives us an insider look into Starstake.
Hey Maria, thanks for that introduction. Somebody did a really good job writing that introduction, because it doesn't sound like me. But thank you so much. Very kind of you. Glad to be here. Super excited to be on. I'm going to show some things, but before I do, you know, it's interesting. A lot of people lately have come up to me and asked me, said, Chris, why Starstake of all the things, and why did you make this? How did you come up with this idea? And it wasn't like all of a sudden I woke up one day and had this idea to make an NFT platform. Certainly not. I didn't even know what an NFT was maybe 2 years ago. But over the years, I would say over the last 15 years, there's been challenges in my businesses that I've owned, and things that I've had that I said, man, I wish we could do that, or I wish that was available. I wish this was possible. And unfortunately, technology just wasn't around back then to solve some pretty serious problems. So kind of over the years, you write things down, you keep ideas kind of locked up in a box, and all of a sudden it was just kind of happenstance. I met the right people and the stars aligned, whatever. And Starstake was an idea that could be possible. And it started out with just thinking through music and how artists and musicians could use NFTs to make better, deeper connections with their fans. create more independence, get away from some of these centralized platforms, and to be able to build these creator economies. And then it started to branch out to, other artists, to YouTubers, to any type of creator, to athletes, to experts, to authors, and just realizing that, wait a minute, NFTs it's just this technology. It's a way for people to own things and to verify things and to be transparent and to just do so many cool things. When you start to think outside of the box, it's crazy. If I wish some of you could be a fly in the wall and hear the ideas that we come up with, and some of them so crazy you would never even fathom even building something. But on the other hand, you're also like, okay, wait, so if I'm a fan and I like great music and I have a way to connect with that musician and own something from them that gives me a deeper connection, that gives me access to a backstage pass, that gives me access to merchandise, that gives me access to them, that maybe I get some kind of connection to the outcome of their success. And that was all handled in a way that was transparent, that was legitimate, and really helped that artist thrive and build up their own greater economy, to build up their own platform and their music, to do more of what they love, really. So it just branched out kind of just through happenstance, and here we are with Starstake, with all these different mechanisms and things that I'll show you here in just a minute. But I would have to tell you, the hardest part was when we were building this thing was saying, hey, we got to find something that does this, and there just wasn't anything. And it kind of came to me, I heard a quote by Elon Musk, and he was talking about Mars and traveling to being interplanetary species. And the thing wasn't that the challenge wasn't getting to space, or wasn't getting to Mars, rather it was to create a better economic solution for space travel, to be able to create reusable rockets and such. And so he had to build a better rocket. And that's the way I feel and felt about Starstake. Is the rocket that existed was antiquated. It was old. It was not working for artists. It was working for these big fortune companies, but not for the little guy. And so we just need to build a better rocket at the end of the day. And that's what I feel like we've done, and beyond. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on real quick, and I'm going to show you. Some of you have seen this, a lot of you haven't. And I'm going to actually show you some new features, some pretty cool things. Just a real quick demo for those of you watching The Wire here. So I'm so excited that this is our first Wire episode. That must mean we're getting pretty close to getting this launched. So I'll jump on the computer here, and you guys can watch me dive into some of this stuff. All right, so this is Starstake. This is our main Starstake NFT marketplace. So I'm going to break it down to try to make this as easy to understand as quickly as possible for those of you watching. There's kind of departments, there's areas of Starstake of interest. So you have the main marketplace, which is the Starstake NFT marketplace. That's where all the NFTs will be listed. Obviously, this is a demo server. So, for example, here's just one, Chris Hawk Founder's Starstake NFT. But this is the marketplace in which you can search through all these different categories. Each category has its own marketplace. So if you just want to look through music NFTs or sports NFTs, you can do that. And within that, you also have another marketplace, which is the bucks, the NFT bucks. So we have different types of NFTs, and I kind of look at it like we have, I guess, three. The Starstake NFTs, which is like the main NFT that you can mint on Starstake, that where you can attach royalties and rewards to your fans, reward them with a piece of sales of your NFT sales where they can stake it. You can also add royalties outside of Starstake, say if you're a musician, from Spotify or from merchandise sales, things like that. So there's a lot of cool functionality that you can build natively right into your NFT, right in Starstake, through what we call Starstake NFTs. And it's a lot of that, it has to do with staking. People can stake that NFT if you want them to. And so whether they want to stake $1 or you set a firm price of 1,000 or 5,000, and then you can create offers on top of that. So when we built this, we definitely wanted to put sales mechanisms in there, because it's one thing to have these great, powerful NFTs, but how do you sell them? First of all, how do you showcase them, and how do you show them off to represent your brand? And then how do you sell them? And so just like you would have funnels on the internet, or, a storefront on the corner somewhere, you still have to sell these things, right? And sell yourself. So we created things like offers where you can bundle your NFT with access NFTs. So that's the second type of of NFT, which is what we call an access NFT. And what that is, it's an NFT that you mint. So when somebody buys your Starstake NFT, you can say, hey, when you spend $1,000 on my NFT today and you buy this VIP package, I'm going to give you an access NFT, which is a backstage pass to my next concert in April. It could say, I'm going to give you a free t-shirt. I'm going to give you a car. I'm going to give you a gift, whatever, download, access to content, whatever you want those to be. And you can put as many of those access NFTs in a bundle with your main NFT. And so when somebody buys that, you can kind of create incentives for them to spend more money or to support you deeper and build deeper connections. And that person who buys that NFT, not only do they get the NFT that is attached to you financially, and maybe there's rewards and royalties there, but they also have these access NFTs that they can either redeem for those products or services, or they can hold on to it as a collectible, just like you would NFT artwork. However, they could also transfer them or sell them or flip them to a super fan. So let's say, Justin Bieber comes out with a Starstake NFT and he has a backstage pass that you snatched up, and you could go on the open market and flip that to a super fan. Say, hey, I've got this backstage pass, one of 5, and you could sell it for more than what you purchased it for. So access NFT is kind of the second one. And the third is just something that came up, and that's it's an amazing technology called NFTBs or NFT bucks. NFT bucks are the first price stabilized NFTs that work like cash. It's a currency essentially. So not only can you mint some amazing NFTs and also access NFTs, but also when your fans or consumers come to Starstake, instead of using cryptocurrency or something like that, they'll actually use your own NFTs to spend like cash, just like your own in-game currency, but you get to design it. And so that's what you're seeing here. This is our NFT buck marketplace. So this is where you can create your own NFT buck designs. Just like you see, here's a Chris Hawk buck. You can create your own design, have people come check it out, create a bio, a story around that, and they can add those to cart and they can purchase those and then spend them later on Starstake. So I can go to the checkout, actually buy these with a credit card or cryptocurrency if you want to use crypto as well. But you could just put in a credit card number and then you could buy that NFT buck. What happens is it stores that fiat, that currency, the dollars, inside a contract, inside a vault, inside that NFT buck. So in this case, it would be 100 is the face value. It would stick that in there and protect that. And so later on, if I wanted to spend that on an NFT on Starstake, I would, and I'll show you this really cool new checkout. It's called a visual checkout that we created, where it'll actually take that money out of the NFT, it destroys it, and then it sends it and it purchases whatever you're looking to purchase. So it's just like cash, but it's designed by you, designed by the stars inside of Starstake. So you can see lots of different designs. We have different collections in here. You can browse by, here's a Chris NFTB collection. So you can see the different designs that I just uploaded as a demo. And then we also have bundles. So this is a really cool, once I think people understand the power of this, is I could say, hey, buy my whole collection or a bundle of all my designs. And if you do that, I'll give you a legendary or a rare or an ultra rare edition buck for free, right? So you can put in really cool incentives to sell more than one to your audience, which is really cool. And this is just the in-game currency or the in-app currency. So once they actually go to explore the marketplace, then they can spend that. So pretty cool stuff. So you've got the Starstake NFTs, you've got access NFTs that you can give and buy and get when you buy Starstake NFTs, and then you have the NFT bucks. So that's essentially kind of the layout of this. Now, there's a couple other places. You have what's called Stake Hub. Stake Hub is the next gen dashboard where you are able to track your portfolio. So once you buy an NFT, for example, if I come in here, I can see the different NFTs that I might have bought. I can view the details of that. I can see the stats on those. I can also get access to, I don't have any in here, but if I had any access NFTs, you can see those and you can redeem those for products and services like I mentioned. We have watch lists, but most importantly is you can see the real-time stats of the royalties, the rewards, the referrals. All these things are built into this dashboard. So you can see real-time stats on what's going on. So if that artist just dropped a new single and it's skyrocketing up the charts, then you can see that growth and you can see how it's performing. It's not just a piece of art anymore. So really cool stuff. You can see your bucks. Once you purchase bucks, it'll show you right in here all the balance, basically just like what's in your wallet, your real wallet. So you can also see that in here. It shows any cryptocurrencies you might have, your bucks, your INFTs or SNFTs as we call them, your access NFTs, all of that right there. So Stake Hub is like your next gen dashboard of managing all these cool assets. It's really awesome. Then also we have what's called Creator Hub. So those of you that are stars, that are artists, creators, and want to mint on Starstake, we have what's called Creator Hub. Now this is an invite only platform. So you just have to submit. You can go to Creator Hub in here, and it has an explanation. It talks about all the different features. So you have your own performance tracking as a creator as well. You have a page builder, so I'll show you that here in just a second. Every asset that you mint, that you create, gets its own page that you can customize to some degree. So when somebody wants to see your buck, it has its own page, its own story, its own profile. Your NFT has its own page. You actually get a star profile page to represent yourself and all of your assets. So it's all about creating your own ecosystem here. You also can create your own offers. So when somebody goes to check out your NFT, you can create like a VIP, a gold, a platinum, silver offer, and that's where you can give them access to other access NFTs, to like merchandise and stuff. Okay. And then we also have an agent and manager program. So basically Creator Hub is the hub for creators to come in here and to not only mint, but to also learn. We have a whole training center built in here with tutorials and strategies. We have what's called mint maps. I haven't even shown these to anyone yet, but basically they're frameworks. So if you're an artist and maybe you're a musician, maybe you're an author, whatever, a YouTuber, you can have a framework that will help you mint and decide, okay, what's my strategy? Should I create one, a Starstake NFT with royalties with this percentage of rewards? Should I add these perks? How should I create my offer? What should I put on my page? These things. So it really helps people, creators especially, just learn how to form their strategy, their business, their NFT, their digital economy. And that's what we have in the training center. So you'll have all those tutorials, which is pretty cool. So let me just show you, you have your star profile. If I go to star profile here within Creator Hub. Now, one thing I will show you is you have your stats section. So as a star or creator, you can see all the performance of your NFTs, your bucks, how they're performing, the amount of sales, your earnings, all of that, but also your rankings. Where do you rank with other stars? We're going to do some fun things with that. So let's go to the star profile where you can actually represent who you are. If I go to visit page, I've already put this together. So I just put an image here. You can put a little bio about yourself. It shows you how many NFTs you have, how many people have bought that. Down here, you can put an about me section and upload a picture of yourself or whatever. There's social media links that you can put in here. Contact me. So if you can put an email address if you want to be contacted, that's always nice for networking. And then it'll just show all your different NFTs and all your different bucks. Okay, so it basically shows your whole profile on Starstake. So you can just send people here instead of maybe sending them directly to a page. We have our Starstake NFT builder here, where, for example, if I just wanted to mint a new Starstake NFT, it's just 4 simple steps. You put in the details, you have a page builder, your purchase options, which are like your offers, your bundle, the VIP packages, I guess we would call them. And then you just review, submit, boom, you're done. And I'm going to show you some of these pages, what they look like. Very easy to do. Your NFT bucks, the same thing. We have a builder. So you come in here, you create a collection, which a collection is like a folder. It's you could have a holiday collection, a collection for your album, for your song, for whatever you want. And then you can create the designs. I'm going to show you a really cool new feature we just added. And then you can create bundles if you want to sell them in bulk and try to get people to buy your whole collection at a time, which is great. And we have tutorials throughout the entire site, every step of the way, to guide you and to aid you in creating. All right, so we have that. Your access NFTs work the same way. You can mint these really easily, for whatever kind of access you want to give. Sky is the limit. It's really limitless. Okay, now here's one other thing that's really cool is we built in an agent and a manager program. Some of you have heard me talk about this. It's never been done. It was a monster to build this, but we did it. And essentially, so what we found out is a lot of stars and creators that are looking to be on Starstake and are kind of preparing their stuff, they have managers or they have agents, they have people that they're coming through. It's maybe we didn't know the creator, and so they came through a friend of theirs who is their agent. And so agents have an opportunity to help bring stars onto the platform. That's what they're there for. But managers is really key. So maybe that star is busy making music and they don't want to deal with minting and deciding and learning a technology like this, so they can add a manager to their creator hub. So they just go to my managers, they hit add a manager, and they can go ahead and just add a person to their profile that will get access to their creator hub. So they can go ahead and mint on their behalf and help them build this thing, upload designs, things like that. So the manager, they can also cut them in. So there's also a way to give them an incentive. So say, hey, if you help me mint this, I want you to manage my whole portfolio. I'll give you 5% of my sales or whatever. They can type that in there and the smart contract is built per that parameter, and it's simple, it's easy. As soon as a sale comes in, that 5% automatically goes to their manager's account using a smart contract right into their wallet, built into Starstake. And of course it's decentralized, so it goes right into their MetaMask or whatever wallet they use. So that's all built in here, which is super awesome. And on a Stake Hub side, if I was a manager, I don't think, let me see if I can find an example of that. Let me change my wallet. Okay, so if I was a manager or an agent, I'd actually be able to see all my stats accordingly. So the cool thing about that is if let's say I'm an agent, I can see all the sales that star that I'm an agent for it has coming in, so I can track all that. I can, keep record of that. And if I'm a manager, I can see how everything's performing. So if I help them create a new NFT and it's not selling, I can see that. If it's selling, great, and I could help do marketing, whatever. And this opens up the door to so many possibilities of agencies now being able to assist creators with minting and marketing and distributing their NFTs. So they're not alone in this, which is really, really important. So those are just some of the cool things that we put in here. Let me show you some examples of the pages. So a lot of people are curious about, okay, what kind of pages do I get to build here? So every NFT, here's an example of my wife. She has, this would be an example of her NFT. And you can customize this whole header section. So there's different templates that we have. This is one template that's more of a full-size banner template with a video. Down here is an example of what the NFT would look like after you mint it with all this dynamic information. The category would be music. What kind of royalties, rewards are built in there. Has the automatic sharing features. So if your fans come to share your page, they get a small little reward for doing that, which is super cool. You can customize all this stuff on the left-hand side. So the overview section, any information, video, text, pictures, whatever you want to add, you can add about your NFT. And then down here, it can show your different packages. So up here on the right-hand side, you can see the packages, the access packages. So whether or not it's not required, but if you want to incentivize people, say, hey, if you spend $5,000 on my NFT today, I'm going to give you a VIP members package with merchandise and tickets. So it'll explain it here. You'll be able to see what NFTs are included, how many of these, maybe there's only 5 available, so you can create a limited supply, which is super cool. And then how many access NFTs are inside of that, right? So if there's a t-shirt, backstage pass, monthly content, whatever, all of that's built into this. Okay, so, and then down here, you can actually see what those might be. So if there's 4 access NFTs inside of this, they can go ahead and view details of that. Okay, so this is an example of one of the pages that you can customize. I'll show you a different one. Let's see if I can find it here. Actually, before we do that, here's an example of the star profile. I showed you one that I did. This is one of my wife's. You can see her header here that she customized. You just upload a picture, pop in the text, her cover art, some of her NFTs, her bucks, designs, so her fans and followers can come in here and check that out. So here's template number 1. I just showed you that. Here's the second template, a little bit different, more YouTube style, right? It has more of a video thumbnail. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. You can still have video, share functions, all of that remains consistent. The third is more of a static image. So if you say you were an author, you had merchandise, you could create just a static image here. But for the most part, it has very similar layout, so it's familiar for everybody. So the access NFTs, so if someone were to click on the access NFT, let's say I bought your NFT and it came with a backstage pass to a concert, in this example, a John Wick concert or something, right? So here you go. It's an event access. I could learn about it. I could watch a video. So as a creator, you can upload a video to explain this access NFT. And then down here is how I would access. So we have what's called claims. So if by having this access NFT, I get one backstage pass, it would show one claim. And as a creator, you can put in what fields you want to get from that person in order to get them their tickets. So I put in my name, email, maybe if I have a guest that can come along, I'd hit claim. You get the request as a creator and just send me that ticket via email or via the system here. And I could then go to that concert. It's very, very simple. Or if I don't want to claim this, I could go and sell this NFT. So I could put this on OpenSea or whatever. I could sell it to someone. And as soon as they got this in their wallet, they would be able to claim that access. Okay. If they don't have this in their wallet, they can still see this page, which is great. They can say, wow, I really want this. How do I get this? But they can't actually access the concert tickets. Once you have it in your wallet, it opens up this event access box. Okay. Down here is all customizable as well. So they can customize about the concert or whatever it is. So every Starstake access NFT has a page just like this, just like the other NFTs. And then as far as your NFT bucks, they also have a page. So these are all created automatically. You don't have to do anything. You just fill in a couple fields and boom, it just pops it in here. And they're beautiful pages too. So here's a collection. So let's say I had an NFT all-star collection for bucks. Here you can see that it's a collection and it shows you the different designs that are in that. So you can see here's some collectible bucks, rare bucks that are in that, a couple legendary designs, etc. So it automatically organizes this for people saying, oh, I want to collect all of these. And they just add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. Very much e-commerce, less eBay. Okay, so think of this more Amazon and less eBay, I guess you could call it. Okay, so that was some of our inspiration when building this. So here's an example of just a singular buck, just one buck. Here's a Elon Musk buck, for example. Created this page, it automatically creates all this information and it would show what other bucks may be in that collection. So as somebody comes to buy this, add this to cart, maybe they're like, oh, I want a Steve Jobs buck, or I want a Bieber buck, or a Chris buck, maybe, whatever it is. And then the last one is the bundle. So if you want to sell multiple NFT bucks designs in a bundle, you can. So you can come in here, maybe this is $2,462, and they can see all the different bucks that are in there. So there's one of these, one of each design is in this bundle, right? A total of, and then these two rare bucks in there, and a total of 2,462 for all of these, right? So if I add this to cart, it would add them all, and I'd be basically buying them all with a credit card. Pretty easy. And then I could spend them or just hold on to them. So that is basically the pages inside of Starstake that you get to customize as a creator, and as a user, it makes it really fun for you to explore and navigate Starstake, because it's more than just an image. It's what does it do? How much is it? What is it doing? Is it performing? How much have people earned? And what's the story behind it, right? Like if you're really interested in a brand, you want to know the significance, it's all right there. Okay. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. Another thing is, let me look here, the new visual checkout. So when you have a buck, when you have a Starstake, let me just go here. Let's say you had, a few NFT bucks to spend on Starstake. Remember, NFT bucks, it's a price stabilized NFT currency. You can spend it on anything inside of Starstake. If you earn a royalty or a reward, you're paid in these bucks. And the cool thing is you can convert them right into USDC later. So if you bought some NFT bucks, ended up not spending them maybe, or whatever, you can just go into the conversion tool. I'll show you right here. So if I go up here to bucks, I can go to convert bucks. And all I would do, it would obviously show if I had any in here. I could just send them over here, convert them, and it would take the money out of that. Remember, they're price stabilized. So it would take the USDC out, and it would allow me to just cash those out as same as cash and go to the bank, and there you go, cash money. So at the same time, if I earned a reward, or if you're a star and you're earning sales, you're paid in NFT bucks and you just convert them. So you could either spend them, collect them. We have some really cool kind of fun gifts that happen at the same time, but it's in-app currency in a way that's NFTs, but it's also money because it has US dollar coin inside of them. All right, so let me show you what the experience is. So for example, if I were to go to a page, I'm just going to go here. Let's say I go to this page and I want to buy an NFT. In fact, I might have it open here. Here we go. So if you find an NFT on Starstake that you want to buy, okay, granted you have some NFT bucks in your wallet or whatever. So I can come down here and I can like, okay, this is the one I want to buy. I want to buy this package, this VIP members package right here. I want this. I can hit stake now and it comes to a checkout. Okay. And so this checkout is the first step. It just has the details. Okay. This is what I'm buying. Yes, I want that. Sometimes there's a minimum price. Sometimes there's a set price. Sometimes there's no price depending on the creator. And I want you to wrap your head around this. Is the creator can decide whether there's a minimum or no set price. And so why would you do that? Well, maybe for that NFT, they want to let someone who stake their NFT for $1 or $1 million. There is no limit. So they can keep that open. And based on how much you stake for that NFT and how much you basically use to purchase that, it creates a unique smart contract saying how much of the royalties and rewards that you'll earn. So if that star's like, hey, I'm going to give you 10% of my album sales of merchandise sales or whatever it is, whatever royalties they're going to attach to that, right? And maybe they're not a huge star today, but maybe they're going to do that for 5 years. So when you own this, the more you stake, the bigger of that pie that you get. That's why you would do that. So maybe they want to do that, or just maybe they just want to set a flat $500. They could do that. Everybody that spends $500, they'd have the same amount, the same share of that royalty pool, if that makes sense. Okay. So, or they could set a minimum, meaning, okay, if I spend $500 or more, I'm going to get all the cool stuff in this package. But if I do spend more, I'm just going to get a bigger share of that reward on the back end. Okay. So if that star ends up being a platinum superstar someday, that could be a lot of money. You have a stake in the outcome of their success. What does that do? That helps them succeed, because what are you going to do? You're going to help promote them, right? Like if you have a stake in their success, you're going to go out there and share their NFTs, share their music, help them network, send them an email and say, hey, I have a great collaboration friend of mine. They'd love to create music with you. And all of a sudden it opens up new doors. Okay. Because now you're part of the process. So anyway, so here we are. I want to buy this NFT. Okay. I click in 500. Let's just say I continue to payment. Now here's the visual checkout. We built this from scratch because nothing existed. It was very challenging. But now when you come in here, all you're going to do is you're going to see the bucks that you have in your wallet. So maybe I bought some bucks already before I got here. You say I have $100 worth of bucks. It'll show you what denominations you have. So all I'm going to do is I can just flip through here with my thumb if I'm on a cell phone, or just move through my using a mouse, and I'll select the denomination, and then it'll show me step 2 is select the bucks. So what bucks designs do I have in the $1 denomination, right? So if I need to, I'm buying $100 NFT buck. I can choose a bunch of ones, 100 ones, or I could do, a few 20s. I could do some 10s. I could do some 5s, right? So it's literally just like reaching into your wallet or your purse and grabbing cash and saying, okay, if it's $100 bill, that's my balance. I can use this buck, this buck, this buck, right? So all you're doing is choosing that. As soon as you click on this buck, it'll show that I have 3 of these Steve Jobs ones. And every time I click, it adds it over here. And so it just keeps adding up until you hit that 100. So this stays red. And then as soon as you hit green, it'll go there. So if I go back here. Okay, so I would notice it's red here. So, okay, I need to spend $100. Right now, I've only got $3 bucks in my cart. So I'm going to keep adding, keep adding. As soon as I add enough bucks, it'll say, yes, you got enough money. Just like if you were at a store, you hit continue to checkout, has you just make sure, okay, yes, I want to spend these. We do have some safeties in there, so you don't accidentally spend like a legendary piece of artwork or something like that. So you can kind of help yourself eliminate mistakes, and it'll just show how many you're going to spend, just like you would in cash. And then you'll agree to the basic license agreement, and boom, hit complete purchase. And there you go. You've now purchased an NFT using that person's NFT bucks, or any NFT bucks. So, if you wanted to buy my NFT, a Chris NFT, you could use Chris bucks, or you could use Bieber bucks or Santa bucks. It doesn't matter. It's universal. Okay. But it's pretty cool when you start to think about, man, you're really engaging yourself in an ecosystem for brands, which is really an awesome opportunity for the brands themselves. So this is the first time we've actually showed the visual checkout here. Okay, so The last thing I wanted to do is I wanted to show you the new feature for the NFT Bucks. So one thing about Bucks is we have design guidelines, okay? And the reason we have that, so here's an example. When you go to mint NFT Bucks, your own designs, whatever, there's certain things you have to have on there. And we do that to protect the consumer because these are price stabilized, meaning it's the same as cash. You can use it on the site just like cash. We ask that you have the seals on there. There's these two NFTB seals, a Starstake seal, just to show people on the outside that these are official NFT Bucks. The denomination has to be at the top and the bottom. Our Starstake logo has to be on there. The denomination in words in English has to be on there. Just certain things. You can lay it out however you want. You could use Canva, Photoshop, whatever. We give you all the assets to be able to put on top of your artwork, just like you would see here. But one thing we just added as a new feature, when you go to mint your own NFT Bucks, you just put in the title, you choose denomination, you choose the rarities, so it can be common, collectible, rare, ultra rare, or legendary. And then you choose the supply, so how many are available in that rarity. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to put. And then whatever collection, what folder does that go into? Okay, but then if you would upload your image. Now, if you don't want to go into Photoshop or Canva and place all those things that I just showed you on there, you don't have to anymore. You can actually use a design style. So we created 5 templates that overlay on top of your artwork, so you don't even have to hassle with doing that. It's super cool. So I can come in here and let's just say I had a Bored Ape, for example. I would upload that Bored Ape picture and it would automatically overlay the denomination, the rarity, the price, the seals, everything would already be here that needs to be here. So we have 5 different design styles. We have light styles, dark styles, just different designs altogether, some in color. And so you can choose those just by choosing from that drop down that you see right here. So here's what those look like. So we have light styles, dark styles. There's a purple one that we added, and depending on whatever rarity that you choose, it will go ahead and put that rarity right on there for your fans to be able to see. And basically these are overlays that go right on top of your artwork if you want to do it real fast, real easy. You don't have to worry about, using Photoshop. And we created these in every denomination and different styles. And we'll come out with more overlays as well. But for launch, this is what you'll have to be able to do this really fast. So then you can focus more on what do you want that background art to look like. So some pretty cool stuff. Last but not least, I'm going to mention one other thing, and then I'm going to turn it back over to Maria and Tark. One thing that we did that we've been talking about is, what if you already own NFTs? What if you already have your own NFT that you bought on OpenSea and you're just waiting for the value to go up someday, and obviously selling it on the secondary market is maybe a priority. So one feature we're going to have is you can actually bring that NFT over to Starstake, and you can create an SNFT, a Starstake NFT based around, say, your Bored Ape. What happens is it allows your fans or other people that maybe couldn't afford a $30,000 Bored Ape, but they can stake it. And so when they stake that Starstake NFT with that Bored Ape on there, what happens is you can choose how much you want to share for a royalty later on when you do sell it. So for example, let's say you're going to share 20% of royalties when you eventually sell that Bored Ape on the secondary market later. So as the value of that rare piece of artwork goes up in value, in the meantime, instead of just sitting there, you can create a Starstake NFT. It puts it in a vault to secure it in there. Okay, we have an open API. We connect with OpenSea pretty freely, so it's automated as much as it can be. And so what happens is all your fans and other people out there can stake that Bored Ape. They're like, oh my gosh, that's really rare. So they can purchase it for whatever amount. That stores it in there. That puts cash flow in your pocket while you're waiting. And then as soon as you sell that on the secondary market, those people get paid that 20% or portion depending on how much they stake. So it's just a way for, and there's a bunch of other features built into that, but it's a way for those of you that have NFTs already to be able to put them into a Starstake NFT, hold them there, secure them there, and then get people to buy and stake that asset or stake that brand. And then when you sell it later, when that's worth a lot more money or whatever, when you get a buyer for that, then you all get to share, and that puts cash in your pocket now, and it allows you to do some really cool things, because in a lot of these Bored Apes in particular, you own the commercial rights to that artwork. So you can make t-shirts and you can create all kinds of cool stuff. Just think about it. You could create a Starstake NFT for a Bored Ape and then create Bored Ape t-shirts, shoes, towels, whatever, and you could get people to buy that and then get a piece of that Bored Ape later down the line when you sell it, if you ever sell it. So pretty fun stuff, and you can do it with really any asset for that matter. So that was one new thing that we just implemented and are building in amongst many other things. But I just wanted to share some of these really cool features with you all. I won't take up any more of your time. We're so excited to get this thing off the ground and get it out there. We've been testing nonstop. But hopefully you guys are excited. We're excited. We've got a really huge waiting list of a lot of artists that are prepped and primed and ready to go. So as soon as we're done, as soon as this is ready, version 1.0 comes out, and you'll all be able to get in here real soon and start playing around with Starstake. So with that, thank you, Maria. Tarek, back to you.
Wow, Chris, that's incredible. Yeah, I'm lost for words. I mean, I just can't wait for people and creators out there to start getting their hands on this technology and to see what they do with it. So, Chris, when can people expect to actually get their hands on Starstake? What's left to complete?
That's funny, Tarek. That's like the $1 million, $1 billion question that I'm asked every single day, every single week. You know, when can we use Starstake? When is it going to be ready? When is it done? And my answer is kind of always the same thing. It's when it's done. Building technology, especially when you're innovating technology and you're creating systems that have never been created before, there's a lot of, kind of surprises and kind of things that you don't anticipate. Even the best developers in the world or designers can't predict certain situations. And so we really try to manage, as Maria alluded to, is manage that expectation as best we can, but to manage the team and set goals for the team and say, hey, these are the deadlines we want to hit. And we don't even say deadlines anymore, just because we want them to do the best work, and we want to implore them to create something that is a stable product. I mean, that is our number one goal with Starstake V1, is to create a stable product. If you think about other technology, an iPhone wouldn't be an iPhone if you couldn't make phone calls, right? Or if you dropped calls every other word. I mean, we've all been there, right? Like, we've used products that have been released that weren't stable, that were buggy, and it's frustrating. And as a consumer, it just becomes more of a kind of inhibits our life instead of enhancing our life. So where are we at? The best thing I can tell you is we're within 60 days. I think our launch roadmap got pushed back a little bit just to tighten up some of the security, some of the things internally to make sure everything was the way it needed to be, and also fix bugs. And so right now, as you talked about, we're doing a lot of testing. We're testing functions over here, and then we're testing functions over here. And when they finish other components, we have to go back and test them all together, because everything is interconnected in Starstake, whether that be you're a fan or a creator in Creator Hub, you're minting NFTs or you're buying NFTs or you're spending NFT bucks. Everything is kind of like this cohesive ecosystem. And so if one thing isn't working, it tends to affect the others. So right now, as you said, we're about 95% of the way done as far as the technology being built. Right now, most of our time is going towards testing, revisioning, and kind of iterating to get a final product out the door. That includes finishing the final components. So you saw the list Maria went through there. Some of the things I showed you. Really, there's the INFT or the Starstake NFTs that are being finished, the access NFT components. So how a person redeems and gets access to products using NFTs, that is being wrapped up. And then also finishing all the smart contract additions. So some things like I showed you about the open NFTs, taking existing NFTs from other marketplaces and integrating them into Starstake. Those smart contract revisions are being wrapped up as well. We're filming support tutorials. We're doing training center. You're going to see lots of Tarek. You're going to see lots of Maria, some of myself, but more of them because they're rock stars here. So filming all of those tutorials and training center content is a priority. The help system is just about done as well. And then it's just building the media around this. It's one thing to have a great product, right? But how do you share it with the world? How do you go out to the world and explain something like this? It's not like there's anything we can compare it to. So we had to be really kind of creative in how our approach is. How do we explain something that has a page builder, and how do we explain something that allows you to do certain functions like I've shown you? So we have some really kind of smart minds. Tarek is a word engineer, and some of the things you're going to see for our marketing is pretty spectacular. So wrapping that up, we've got videos galore coming out. And then really other than that is just contacting stars, contacting people, influencers, letting them know like, hey, Starstake is coming. Some of you might wonder, say, why isn't Starstake have all these followers on social media? Why isn't Starstake all over in press releases? There's a reason, and that's by design, is whenever you're developing technology, as early as we are developing here, if we were to go out there and tell everybody how we're doing things and show them what we're doing, it will just give some of the competitors that are quite big an advantage to be able to say, hey, we need to do what they're about to do. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to give anybody a heads up or an advantage to say, hey, we got to catch up to them, or we want to do what they do. We're just going to come out of the gate with a final product, a working product, not a, we have an idea, it's coming later. Everything will be done day one. And at that point, then we'll get very aggressive with our marketing, because we want people to come in and use an actual product that works. So all of that is being done. We have a huge wait list of stars and creators. It's open to anybody and everybody. As long as you're a creator, you can be on Starstake. So we're just aligning that. We have an agent program, as you saw, a manager program to really facilitate and help these stars and creators get on the platform. So we're right there, you guys. We're so close. I can taste it. I know you guys see it every day in their meetings, but for those of you watching, I couldn't be happier and more proud of our team to where we're at. We've come a long way from an idea. And I always tell everybody, I say, if I would have known back then what I know today, I would never have probably started, just because I had no idea how big of a monster and ambitious project this would be. You know, you think of this, hey, let's solve this problem, and then let's solve this problem. And all of a sudden you have to build the technology from scratch to do it. It's overwhelming. And so, you know, good thing is we kind of built it piece by piece along the way, so it didn't look and feel as crazy as it is. But looking back, it's like, wow, we actually built a time machine, essentially. It's crazy. So super excited, guys. We're doing great. You're doing awesome. Can't wait to get this in everybody's hands.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I think I speak for all of us on the team when we feel like we're building the future. We feel like we're part of something monumental, something truly game-changing. I mean, even one of the features that Starstake has is in itself game-changing. And when you can do that multiple times across a full feature set, it just becomes something unlike anyone has ever seen or experienced or played with or conceptualized before. And it works, and it's here, and it's extraordinary.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, for sharing that. And I know that as Starstake launches, it's going to be revolutionary. It's going to be one of a kind. And it's really going to empower creators to take back control. I mean, everything's being shared online and virtually, and it's really going to help people take back control of their brands and building their communities. And I'm really excited as we get ready for the launch. Our next guest is Courtney Alujobi. Courtney is a principal at Voltron, has been in the tech space for 17 years, and has been in blockchain for 5 years in all aspects, helping brands achieve growth and NFT projects, providing marketing, PR, and event management for brands, and helping them unlock pure creativity. Courtney is one of our agents at Starstake and will be onboarding music artists and sharing Starstake within their community. Courtney, great to have you with us here. I would love to hear what you're most excited about with Starstake.
Thanks, Maria. Super excited to collaborate with Starstake. In my opinion, they're at the forefront of delivering an NFT ecosystem that enables an artist to extend the reach of their brand, to connect with their audience directly at a much deeper level, also with the lowest entry barrier. As an agent, you're always looking for the right tools to leverage to make your artist a household name, and I believe that is Starstake. I actually have two very talented artists that I've shared Starstake with, Gino and Reem. Gino is a multilingual singer, rapper, and songwriter from Venus, who's integrating her avatar and metaverse components in her music. And Reem is a Moroccan-born, Canadian-raised music NFT artist whose record has gone gold in Canada.
Oh, that's incredible. Courtney, it's great to have you as part of our community at Starstake, as one of our agents, and would love to hear more from Reem. Reem, how are you today?
It's
Reem, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Ah,
Hi.
great to have you join us.
Thank
So
you.
tell us more. What are you excited about with the Starstake platform?
What I love the most, so I've been navigating the NFT space and more specifically the music NFT space for almost a year now. What I like about it is that it brings all the tools together in one place. I like the fiat on ramp, so it makes it easy for the people who are not familiar with the crypto space to support an artist. They don't even have to know that it's crypto anything. I really love that because it's hard as artists. We're finding ourselves having to explain a lot of what blockchain is to people who are not native, like crypto native. But this is really nice because we get to bring both of our audiences, the people who understand blockchain, the people who don't know anything or don't want to know anything about it. And we bring them together and like create like a nice community. So that I'm excited to play around with that.
Oh, I hear you completely. I think, trying to explain blockchain to people that aren't as familiar with it, you can get in the weeds really quickly. And so I agree with you. Just the ease of the platform, being able to, bring together the community, it's definitely very user friendly and it's going to streamline that process. And congratulations on your music, by the way. It's
Thank
incredible.
you.
Love hearing about your success, and we're excited to have you as part of our community.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. I actually have another talented artist with us today. Gino Venus. She's a multilingual singer, rapper, and songwriter from Venus, who's integrated her avatar and different metaverse components in her music.
Gino, it's great to have you with us. Can you share a little bit more about your background and what interests you with the Starstake platform?
Oh, definitely. So I've been making music. I've started when I was like really young, and then I think as I continued to grow, I noticed how music was something that was able to connect each and every one of us. Especially learning like different languages, being able to speak with people. It's just something that I believe is, amazing. It's something we definitely need right now. Connecting each other. And when it came to Starstake, that was just something that I noticed immediately, like in terms of being able to build up a community, being able to meet a lot of different people, a lot of different creators, and the immersion aspect of having your own community, when it comes to releasing music or releasing NFTs. I think being able to kind of speak on a level with each person in a way that doesn't just feel distant. I think that's really amazing. So that's really something that I was like, oh yeah, I like that.
Oh, I love that. And I appreciate what you said about music connecting people. I think that's so incredibly true. And I'm excited to see how we can help bring more communities together on the Starstake platform for artists. So we're excited to be able to work with.
Definitely.
Been trading commodities for 35 years, had a commodity fund until he discovered crypto and started trading crypto since 2019. Brian is one of the first people to participate in the financial system behind Starstake, and we are excited to have him join us here today. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you, Maria. I appreciate this opportunity to talk about Starstake. I've been in this as an early adopter of this system. I was introduced by a friend who made me aware and showed me how this financial system could work and change people's lives, especially through the passive income from the staking that it can and the revenue that it can generate. I've as you said, I've traded for years, which is a very difficult task at times and can be very challenging. And so I found this to be a much safer and, as I said, passive way to earn income. when I first learned about Starstake, it started out as musicians only. And then as it grew and grew, with the addition of Chris and some of the other team, they started adding the thought of, movie producers, athletes, things of that nature that could bring their fans and their followers on board to help them support their business. And at the same time, while the fans are supporting their business, they can support their fans by offering income through their staking and by investing in themselves in their projects. So again, with the growth of this and what I've seen happening, what I initially thought would be a good system has become an incredible system that I think will be much greater than anything I could have imagined. So I'm very happy to be a part of this financial system that's being created.
Oh, thank you, Brian. Appreciate you sharing that. And it's great to hear with your background and your expertise, all the possibilities that you see. And it's exciting to have you as part of our networking community. Thank you.
And thank you. And I'm excited as well.
Thank you, Brian. Really, really great to have you on board. And this talk of this financial system, this DeFi system powering Starstake, for those of you who are watching, you're probably wondering and would like to know a little bit more about that, right? So, Chris, what makes the DeFi system powering Starstake so special? What is this DeFi platform that Starstake is built on?
So DeFi, or decentralized finance, is really the backbone of what makes Starstake possible, right? So you remember Back to the Future, the flux capacitor makes time travel possible. You guys, it's that significant. It is the secret sauce. It is the thing that creates these economies, that allows us to build, things on blockchain. It's a fair financial system. So with that, we don't have to go through centralized banks. And to bring reference, other companies I've owned and started, we've always been limited by financial systems, the centralized parties, whether that's the banks, the merchants, and distributing money. If you want to create a connection between, a consumer and a creator or a brand, there's no way for you to commingle monies. There's no way for you to share incentives because you always have to go through a bank and the bank has to get to the other person. One, it's not secure. Two, it's just not practical because of fees and the way their economics work and all of that. And whereas now with DeFi is you can have your own bank, if you will, in the back end. And so because we built from the ground up our own decentralized financial system, when, let's just say, for example, a creator comes in, they mint an NFT, they can say, hey, I want to reward my fans for buying my NFTs, for sharing my songs, for sharing my brand, by giving them a piece of the pie, whether that's in the form of rewards, meaning a portion of sales of the NFTs being sold, or maybe it's some royalties that comes from outside of Starstake. It could be from Spotify royalties. It could be from t-shirt sales, whatever. It's endless. And the best part is that creator, that star never has to touch the money. They never have to go in there and say, okay, I have to pay Joe today, or I have to pay this party today. It's built into what's called smart contracts, which is just algorithms that say, hey, when this action happens, it sends this money to this person's wallet securely, quickly, transparently, so everybody can see what's happening when it's happening, and you just don't have to worry about, that human interaction. So it allows us to create protocols inside of Starstake saying, hey, if you buy this NFT, perhaps you're going to get rewarded when you share that, or you're going to get a t-shirt if you buy this, spend this much money. There's so many great things. And the only way that that's possible is with DeFi. Without it, Starstake could not exist. It's impossible. And quite frankly, it's why, all these ideas over the years I've had, and a lot of people, I'm sure, you just couldn't do it because you had to always go through centralized financial systems to accomplish that. So to say it lightly, it is the backbone of Starstake, but it also opens up opportunities even we didn't foresee. We have our own coin called Minter, which I'll talk about here shortly, which is the official Starstake coin, which is used for minting NFT bucks, for minting NFTs, for giving rewards to fans and creators, etc. So it uses our own tokenomics to be able to distribute that, which the best part about that is, imagine I mean, look at Apple, monster company, and they have this huge app store, right? And they take ridiculous amount, 30%, I think, of sales, for example, right? And Apple becomes this multi-billion, gazillion dollar company. But as fans, as users, as us who use iPhones and the apps in that app store and buy those things, we don't get a piece of Apple's success. Now, I know you have the whole stock market thing, but let's just forget about that because it's not really possible. So what if with Starstake, because we have the DeFi financial system on the back end, let's just say a star comes in tomorrow and they mint an NFT and it brings lots of millions of dollars in revenue in, you as a user have the ability to participate in the growth of the platform. It's not just about what the platform that we built is and how much money we make. It's not about that. You as a user, you as a creator get to participate because you have those coins, you have those tokens, which are the underlying currency. It's the underlying foundation of this. So when Starstake grows, the value of those coins, the value of that financial system grows, and therefore you have the opportunity to make money to enhance, all the growth opportunities there. So we even built in some amazing things, obviously when, let's just say, for example, you're a creator, you sell an NFT on Starstake. When you earn the money from that NFT, you can keep it inside of the contract inside of Starstake. You don't have to cash it out. And what that does is we give you an incentive saying it goes into what we call a Stardex. And a Stardex is just an algorithm. It's an index that takes our coins and it takes USDC coins, stable coins, and it calculates what your payment or what your earnings would be if Starstake and as Starstake grows. So let's say Starstake brings in another $10 million. Beyonce tomorrow starts using it, or whoever uses it, right? Brings a bunch of revenue. Obviously, Starstake's financial system grows in value. So do your earnings. So you can wait, keep them in there and let them grow with Starstake growing. If you know, say, hey, Jay-Z is coming on, he's dropping his NFT in a month, you can be pretty sure that your earnings are going to go up in value with the growth of Starstake. So you essentially get to be part of this with us. And that is very important because anytime you're trying to establish brand, you're trying to build customer loyalty, is having a piece of that. And I'm not talking about stocks and all that. It's just, which is speculation. This is all based on real revenues, real tokenomics. So the Stardex was built in here to incentivize and just give back to our community. Give you opportunities to earn more and to really bring attention to what we're doing. And obviously we have our coin minter and, at the end of the day, it's the technology that works. And I can't even explain it to you because our engineers are much smarter than I am in that department, but it's amazing what it does and what problems it solves. Not only just for us as someone building a monster platform, but for you as a creator who come in here, you don't have to worry about coders. You don't have to worry about building smart contracts. You don't have to worry about figuring out the math. It does it for you. You check the box, you flip the switch, you upload the graphic. It does what you want it to do, how you want it to do it. And it's because of the financial system behind this that makes it possible. And look, if you're an investor, if you're a trader, if you're a crypto enthusiast, whatever, there's opportunities for you to participate by buying the coin as well and staking that coin. And I'll get into that here shortly. But most importantly, know that we have a financial system behind this that makes everything possible. And it really is I think it's going to be one of the biggest things that get attention because they're going to say, wow, why didn't I launch my company with our own financial system? And quite frankly, it's new. DeFi is very new. People are trying to figure out how to use it. Right? Just like we've been figuring it out. So I think we're going to see lots of use cases over time.
Oh, that's great, Chris. Thank you for explaining that. I really think this is something very powerful. It's something new. It's something cutting edge. And it's really something that can help people, creators, build communities in a way that really hasn't been possible before. So this is really exciting.
Absolutely. We're excited.
All right, you heard briefly about the DeFi system powering Starstake and the coin that allows you to mint NFTs on the Starstake platform. And you heard from Chris that you can now be a part of that and actually grow with Starstake, grow as Starstake grows. So here to tell you a little bit more about Minter, the coin behind Starstake, and what it means for you and how you can become a part of this movement now, Chris Hogg.
All right, so Minter coin. Minter coin is the coin of Starstake. It is a coin that we created to basically mint NFTs, as it sounds, Minter. Its sole purpose in life is to mint NFTs on Starstake. It's used to help price stabilize the NFT bucks. It's used throughout in different places, in the Star Decks, for example, which is how rewards are paid and how different royalties are paid out. So if somebody cashes out rewards, things like that. So Starstake really wanted to create its own currency in a way that allow people to get involved. One, we needed it. Obviously, the DeFi platform on the back end gives us all kinds of opportunities, but we needed a coin that we could use to help price stabilize. So when somebody buys an NFT bucks, they put in their credit card, they buy it, it converts that fiat, that cash money into Minter coin, and it stores it in the contract. So I'm just going to go through a quick list, but just know that Minter coin is used solely on Starstake to mint NFTs. Okay, thus it sees a great impact of Starstake success. It aids in that success as well. So Minter is the coin of Starstake. You can put it that way. Minter is used as a price stabilizer for NFT bucks. Obviously, the more bucks that are minted decreases the supply of Minter, which increases the price of the Minter coin. That's kind of how the tokenomics and kind of English, how that works. All right. So obviously, the more bucks that are minted is a good thing for us. Is a good thing if you're going to buy the coin, if you want to invest in the coin, if you want to participate. The more bucks, the better. The more supply of bucks in circulation, the more valuable Minter becomes. The stored value of rewards are also held in Minter through the Star Decks. So as a creator or as just an NFT holder, anytime you cash out or anytime you earn a reward or royalty, it's held in what we call the Stardex. And the Stardex is basically an index. It's an algorithm, as I explained earlier, that calculates your earnings based on the growth numbers and based on the value of things like Minter coin. And there's also USDC in there. There's different coins in there. And so as we grow as a platform, as artists start coming on and things start happening, that value of that index goes up, which your earnings, your rewards can go up. So when you cash them out, maybe you earned a $100 reward for selling an NFT or a royalty perhaps. Maybe that's $100 today, but somebody just dropped a huge NFT tomorrow and it sold $3 million in sales. Guess what? That's a lot of NFT bucks that go into circulation. That's a lot of Minter coin that comes out of circulation. And what happens? The price goes up. So then the platform goes up in value because of the financial system. And if you're holding Minter coin, guess what happens? Okay, if you're earning rewards, if you're earning royalties in the Stardex, and if you're keeping them in there, guess what happens with that? So it all kind of happens together. It's all working as one machine, if you will. Also, again, all rewards are cashed out via NFT bucks, which are use Minter to price stabilize. Okay. Some cool things about Minter that we just decided to do is you can actually stake Minter, and this is coming very, very soon. We're just putting together the final page to explain the tokenomics. The staking contract's done. All this is pretty much ready to go. So you can actually stake the Minter coin to help us out, to help support the platform. And by doing that, you can earn a royalty on every single buck minted on the platform, and that's through a transaction fee. We'll release the exact percentage, but it's pretty awesome. So by staking, what happens is you can stake your Minter coins, put them into a staking contract, hold them there, help support the platform. And then in doing so, the more people that come onto Starstake, of course, they need NFT bucks to, buy NFTs. And what happens every time a transaction happens, when people use those, there's going to be a small transaction fee, and we're giving a percentage of that to the stakers. So it's specifically for that. So it's a really cool way to give back to our community, to create opportunities for the community, not only to just buy the coin, which is great, but to also stake it. It helps stabilize the price, creates liquidity, things like that. Okay. And so you can purchase the Minter coin coming up. I believe it will be, Tarek, I think it's going to be in about 2 weeks or so, where we've just got the final page design just about wrapped up. The staking contract's ready to go. The Minter coin's ready to go. We're pretty much there. And so we want to open that up before Starstake launches. Obviously, we have to have it. It's done, as I had mentioned, but we want to have a beautiful page for you that explains it so you understand everything I just spewed out to you and more. And then also the staking piece is also in place, so you can see that it's beautiful, by the way. It matches Starstake perfectly. Anybody that not only goes to Starstake to buy NFTs, they'll also be able to learn about Minter coin, the Starstake coin, right there on the website, and they'll be able to buy the coin, stake the coin, check it out, learn about it, check out the treasury. We'll have an open treasury, so you'll be able to see all the tokenomics and all the economics of what the coin is doing, where the money's going, where it's coming, all those kinds of things. Okay, so it's transparency is key, obviously, but just wanted to announce this, just wanted to share this with you. Minter coin, I would say 2, maybe 3 weeks max. I mean, it's pretty much there. It's just a matter of when they get around to finishing a couple things up. So as soon as that opens, you'll be able to buy the coin, stake the coin, and then throughout Starstake, anybody that goes there, they'll be able to learn about it. Obviously, we'll have some cool videos and things for it, but I just wanted to share that with you. It is very exciting because it's been something that we've had in our back pocket for a while, especially the staking piece, which is very significant. If you really try to think about the math, it's super significant. So I can see, fingers crossed, I really think Minter coin is going to go some places just because it is what we're using in Starstake. So amongst some others, but that's it. Back to you guys. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Chris. I can't wait for people to experience this themselves. If people only knew what they are becoming a part of now, right? You heard it here first. This is episode 1. You will look back on this time and know that this is the genesis of something. This is the start of something great and something that you can be a part of. So thank you so much, Chris, for sharing about the Minter coin and the DeFi system powering Starstake. Over to you, Maria.
Thank you, Tarek, and thank you, Chris. This wraps up our first episode of Starstake Wire. Thank you so much for joining us. We are excited to be able to share what's coming down the road as we get ready to launch the Starstake platform. We're excited to continue to bring on more agents and stars and people into our community to help build a thriving community where we're empowering people to create their own NFTs and really connect with their network in a way that they haven't been able to before. So stay tuned. We're going to have future episodes as we lead up to the Starstake launch, and we're going to continue these episodes after we launch Starstake, keeping you up to date on the latest and greatest features, functionality, and everything that we're able to bring for you here at Starstake. So in the meantime, connect with us on social media and follow us there. Stay connected and stay tuned. Join us for our next Starstake Wire episode.
In the beginning, humans looked to the stars for answers, a view of where we came from, and in some ways, what we can become. Today, when we look to the sky, we wonder if we're alone and how far we can go. We've come a long way in the last 20 years, creating experiences that through art and technology have transported us to discover new stars of all types. Some stars help connect and bring us together. Others transport us to all new worlds with breathtaking adventures. We see stars as greater-than-life figures, magical moments, and fantastical achievements. We live amongst these stars every day. Crafting Starstake, we are reminded that the things we love most don't come from the stars above, but from the ones all around us. Starstake is the first NFT-based royalty marketplace, bringing the world's greatest creations and its creators together with fans and consumers to create even greater opportunities. More than that, Starstake is about access, an entirely new economy built solely on our connections to the things we use and enjoy. Starstake is something we've dreamt of having, and it's only now that we have the hardware, the technology, and the experience to push our creative boundaries even further. In it, we invite you to join Astra, the official prologue to your journey into Starstake. For the first time, we'll provide an inside look at what makes this next generation platform so important, and how you can forge new connections to your great creations. As a fan, discover new opportunities inside the NFT-based marketplace with access to your favorite stars, rewards, and royalties. We have a lot to share. Together, let's begin the journey to go beyond blockchain and explore the possibilities of our progress as creators and consumers. We hope you'll join Astra to find your way to Starstake and go with us on the journey to discover the next generation of startup.